Hey there, YouTubers. Kid and Hoarder here, and you're watching Session Report, the show that takes you to the gamer's table to share in the surprises that come out during play. And today I'm going to be recording the second in a series of short videos that I have planned that are showcasing unofficial solitaire variants for games. And this is one that I designed. I'm pretty proud of it, actually. Some solitaire variants, to me at least, seem really obvious. Like, you just need to make just a little tweak, and it's right there. This one's a little bit more outside the box, and I went through several iterations of this, trying to find something that had the right feel to it, and I finally found this. And even though it's a little unusual, it's not exactly what you would immediately come up with. I think it's got a perfect feel for simulating at least a two-player game. So we're going to be playing that. Hi dog. Hey pupper. This is my dog Luna. She's new since the last video I recorded. She's got my seat. So here's how the game variant works. I'm assuming that you understand how the game normally works. This is variant that I've referred to as the Royal Society. So here's how the Royal Society is going to work. As you can see, they have a lot of workers. They have a lot of resources at their disposal. And they're organized. They're going to basically systematically canvass the island, trying to find specimens and do research on them. But they don't have the advantage of those special abilities that you can get. Basically, with your sort of cunning and skill, you can overcome their numbers advantage. Possibly. This is another pretty challenging variant. The Royal Society often wins, but I think at least the game length feels right, the interaction feels right. It's pretty good. I'm going to be playing with just the regular deck number 1 here, and I'm going to show you how the Royal Society works. But basically, there's 3 concentric rings of spaces if you look at the board. I'm going to call this the inner, middle, and outer rings. Inner ring has 5 spaces, outer ring has 10 spaces, middle ring has 10 spaces. Every turn, basically every 3 rounds, the Royal Society is going to put workers on one of these spaces. Every 3rd round, they remove their workers from the board except the outer spaces. First round, they're going to put workers on 2 inner spaces. Second round, they're going to put workers on 4 middle spaces. Third round, they're going to put workers on 2 outer spaces. Then remove any workers on the middle and inner spaces, but leave the ones on the outer spaces. Even though they have workers of 3 different colors, they all are considered on the same team for collecting animals. They're also going to be doing research every round, at the end of every round. So, let's do this. Sorry, dog, I'm going to sit on you. I've given the Royal Society starting animal, just like I have. I've drawn my 3 starting cards. I think I already mentioned this. I'm just playing with the normal standard deck number 1. And I've got a black worker to represent the Royal Society on the board. So, like I said, I assume you know how this game works. I've got golden toads. None of these are advantageous for me for golden toads, but I do see a lot of golden toads around the middle. It might be good to capitalize on that. So, looking at the board state there, I think if I can get this, let's see. If I can get this one out, and then doesn't really matter out of these 2 which one I grab. But I think I'm going to do this, and then this will be for my D card. So I've got that planned out. Now, in this variant, you're always first, and you take your entire round, and then the Royal Society is going to go. So first I'm going to do my A card, put that there. Every time I place a worker on yellow, I get to move a research track. Then I'm going to do my B card. I get 1 gray resource. That gets discarded. Then I'm going to spend resources to place workers. I'm going to put 2 gray resources to put a worker right here. And then I've got my D card. That's going to be the dodo track. I have no dodos, so nothing else happens. That's the end of the round. Now, Royal Society. They are going to draw 3 cards one at a time. And we're only concerned with the color on the bottom left of the card. This is yellow. So the Royal Society, starting on the inner ring, is placing 1 meeple on the yellow space. Then we're going to draw a second one, green. The Royal Society places 1 worker on the green space. And those are their workers for this round. Then they're going to move 1 track up. It's going to be moths. They already have a moth, so they do score the points for that. That's 1, 2. Since they have the double. Okay, my turn again. So as you can see, this variant is fairly low overhead, but again, I think it's got a lot of depth to it, and I'm really, really happy with that, how it turned out. Okay, so I want to place a guy right here. But I can't do that with the color cubes I have right now. So what else can I consider doing? I mean, I think it would be to my benefit to have this as my A cards, because I'm not going to be doing anything with either of these two. So that means it doesn't really matter which of these I do. I don't really want to push up the moths, since that guy's got moths. So I'm going to push up the pumas. What are those called? The giant fossa. All right. So taking my entire round, I got a new A card. I'm going to take a green, and this time I'm going to pass my action, and I'm going to take a yellow. No. I want to take a brown. That's what I want. And then for my D, I'm going to move up the fossa, and that's it. Now, second round, we have a new row of cards we're doing. So, brown. Now, we take from the second row of workers here. Actually, we only need the 2. So, I can put all these over here. Okay, second row of workers here. We have brown. So I'm going to put a Royal Society worker on both brown spaces in the middle ring. We have another card that's tan. We'll put a Royal Society worker on both tan spaces in the middle ring. Now, you can see they've captured an animal. So just like you would, they get 3 points for that. 1, 2, 3. And then they're going to score for that if they end up moving that up. And then research, we get a dodo. So they did actually do that same animal, so they get 1 point there. The only reason I'm keeping these cards up here is to sort of keep track of how many rounds it's been. I don't think that's necessary, but for you, it might be a good visual reminder of when you're learning the game, when you're learning the variant. Okay, perfect. Okay, here's golden toads. That'd be nice. And a yellow. This is perfect. Yeah. Good. Okay, so this is my A card. Then I got my B card. I'm going to take a yellow cube. I'm going to put a worker out on this tent space. Since I put a worker on a tent space, I get to move a thing. But first I'm going to collect here. I get 2 points. 1, 2. Then I'm going to move here, and I get 1, 2, 3 points. 1, 2, 3. That was my whole turn, and then I move the toads again. 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure on the order that should go in. Let me see. I think I've looked this up, and I don't remember exactly what the ruling was, but I'm pretty sure it was something along the lines of, like, you can carry out the actions in whatever order you want, if there's something that's triggered from you taking an action. Not 100% sure on that, though. In either case, I'm going to go with that for now. All right. Finally, we have the third round for the Royal Society. They're going to place one worker on each green space out here. 1, 2. And you see they've claimed another animal. So another 2 points for the Royal Society. Now, that's the only workers they're going to place this round in the outer spaces. But they are going to do 1, 2 research track movements. So 1, 2. And they score 2 points for those dodos. All right. And then that is the third round. So we take back all of the Royal Society workers on the middle and inner rings, leaving the ones on the outer ring. Because it's sort of difficult to capture those creatures on the outer ring. This gives them a sort of a ramping up to being able to do that, just like you would in an actual game. So that's it for this variant. That's really the whole variant. Everything else is the same. They just score points just like you would when they either research or take an animal, and they just repeat that same process every 3 rounds. I'm going to play out the game again, just like on my last video. If you just wanted to see how the variant works, that's all there is to it. You don't need to watch any further. Otherwise, go ahead and stick with me. I'm going to finish out the game. Okay, so I'm going to need to cover up something here. I wasn't doing anything with this card here, so I'm going to put that there. Both of these are going to move up the frog. I think I would probably rather have a yellow resource. And there we go there. I accidentally put that there instead of here, but same difference. It's ending up there anyway. And take a yellow resource. And I'm going to 1, 2. Place right here. Claim another yellow frog. That's 2 points for me. And push up the frog. That's 3 points for me. And then research again with frog. Oh no, that's 4 points. Sorry. An additional point for the last time, and then 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is my turn. Royal Society. 1, 2. That I was sort of scared of happening. There we go. They've grabbed a Pika. They get 2 points for that. And then we have a third card here. That is the giant fossa. So I don't think anybody has giant fossas. We're going to move on. I believe in this variant, the game ends at the same time it would for a 2-player game. Okay. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Okay, what do we got? So I can move up toads some more. That's going to be good. What can I work on capturing now? Well, this might be good for an A card, which would leave this one as my B card. However, if I did this as a B card, I could pair it with this as an A card. But then I wouldn't be able to move up the toads, and that's really all I have. I'm going to move up the toads, and I'm going to do A, B. I'm going to work on capturing this toad next. Okay. A, what am I going to cover up? Well, there's tents here, so I'm going to grab tents again. I think I'm going to cover up this one. I'll take a green resource. And I will spend 2 green resources and put a worker right here. Now that's a tent, so I move up a track. I'm going to move up 1, 2, 3, 4, the golden toads. And then I am going to move up golden toads again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, this is working out pretty well for me. Okay, next we have Royal Society. They've got 2 workers. 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Now, you can see they've captured another animal. Right here, there, and there. They've captured that moth. So 3 points for the 1, 2, 3 Royal Society. It doesn't look like they've captured anything else this round. And then they move up a track. It's going to be Pikas. They have 1 Pika, so 1 point for them. Alright, this is going to be a quick game because I happen to get all of those A cards that let me push up research tracks. Ooh. Oh, this is... Oh, man. Which one? Okay. I'm going to take this. I'm going to push up the golden toads again. This is going to be my A card. This is going to be my B card. A. Cover up these tents. I don't think I'm using that anymore. B. Gray resource. I'm going to take a tan resource instead of placing a worker, because I couldn't anyway. And I'm going to push up the toads. So that is more toad. 1, 2, 3, 4 points. And we've only got a total of 2 points worth of researched animals so far. I might win this one. This got a really good head start on those toads. All right. 1 card for the outer ring. That is the 2 brown spaces here. And then research. Dodos. 1, 2. And Pikas. 1. And oh, look, they've captured another thing. 1, 2. I don't see anything else captured currently, so we're good. We're going to take back the blacks. And we're going to take back the reds. And it's my turn again. Okay. I want to place here. So this might be a good idea. Take that. And look at that. I can push up the golden toads again. This is perfect. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So, lots of things happen. I take that, 3 points. I then get a resource of any color of my choice. Now, I think maybe I want to capture these things here next. So, I would like a gray or a green. I will take a gray. And then, also I get 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And then also, I move up a track. Of course, I'm going to pick this one. I get 5 more points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not even going to be a close game. That's excellent. All right, good luck for me. And then next, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's it. All right, starting with the inner ring again. We got 1 on yellow. We got 1 on green. and nothing was captured. And then we have the moths. They've got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. My turn again. Okay. What do I want to do? I think I'm going to keep pushing this golden toads angle. Keep working on advancing tracks. So I'm thinking I'm going to put this as my A, this is my D, this is my B. So A. I don't think I'm putting anything else on ropes, but then again, I'm probably not putting anything else on tan spaces either. What did I put here? Gray. Okay, that'll work. Yeah, I'm going to put this here. Grab a gray resource cube. I'm going to pay 2. I'm going to move off of a space that I currently inhabit. Put over here. That is 2 points for me. 1, 2. And I'm on the board with fossas, which currently aren't worth anything anyway. Okay. And then, of course, the golden toads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what I've been doing is just take an extra worker and put it next to it. Obviously, this doesn't work if you're playing with the deck 2 cards and you have an extra worker that you get those extra workers by playing cards. In that case, I don't know what you would do to indicate that you've passed 50. I don't know why they'd have this only go up to 50, because you easily surpass 50 points all the time. Okay, back to middle track. We got gray. Oh dear. Okay, so they've captured another, what is this, a fossa. 2 points. And, okay. So I'm glad this came up. I didn't mention this earlier. If they draw a color and they're already on that color, you do the next clockwise space. So starting here, next clockwise is there. Starting here, next clockwise is there. Okay. Didn't look like they claimed anything for that. Too bad. And then moving up the moths for 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very likely they're going to start getting a bunch of points on that outer ring soon, if I don't end the game first. Okay. I've got bags and bags for days. Okay. I can push up fossas. That would at least get me 1 point. Maybe on this hand it's better to think about, what do I want to do? I mean, yeah, grabbing those saddlebags might be good. If I can do this and this, then I'll be doing that. Okay, so I'm doing this, and take that, put that there. Doing this, I'm taking a green. Guess what? Since I took a green, I can push a research track up. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. And then I have 2 greens. I was going to grab this dodo, but I think I'm going to go ahead and work on that space there. So 2 greens. Going to take this one, put it over here. Don't get anything right away for that. And then pushing up pikas. Hi, pup. Hi, tuna. All right. Outer ring. So on the tan spaces. And what do you know? Just like I said, they're going to start getting a lot of points now. Okay, so what have they claimed? They've claimed this. That's 4, 6, 10, 12. Wow. That's impressive. Okay, so 12-point round for that guy. So there's 10, 11, 12. Then we're going to push up the tracks, and he's going to start getting points for that too. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And did I actually move the moths? I'm not sure if I did. And then Pika's, he gets 1 point. We'll give him another one of these. Man. Not sure if I moved the moths or not. So that's at 4, 5, 6. The game would be over if the moths had to move. Would I win still? I think I would, because he doesn't have a full set. I don't have a full set. Well, let's play one more round. I'm sure the game will be over after that. Oh, and these all... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are done. Okay. Last round of the game. Well, obviously, I'm going to want to push up that. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to place this round. But that and that. Okay, put this here, cover that up, put this here, get a brown. I get 2 points for getting a brown. I'm going to just take another brown, and then this, push this up, I get another 5 points. Alright, inner circle time. 1, 2, and moths. That would end the game. So he gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points for moths. And that would bring an end to the games, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, tally up the score. I'm pretty sure I still won. He's got 1, 2 dodos, and then I already said 6 moths. Each of those are worth 1 point, and 1 Pika. So that's 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 right there next to me. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 golden toads worth 4 points each. That takes me to 35 and the win. So I'm at 85 points. The Royal Society is at 65 points. Try this variant. I recommend it. I designed it, but I still recommend it. It's really good. And usually they put up a bit more of a challenge, but I think they got a little bit unlucky in terms of capturing animals in the early game this time. They did get that giant swing near the end. I bet you if the game had lasted a few more rounds, and if I hadn't been able to just punish that Golden Toads research track, things would have gone very differently. So that's the variant. La Isla, one of the most underrated Feld games I've played. Definitely better than Bruges, better than Amerigo, better than Aquasphere, better than anything else he's done since Trajan, probably. So if you don't own the game, I recommend it. It's really good. It's a really solid, light to medium Stefan Feld point scoring game with some really interesting little decisions to make, but not too heavy. Anyway, this is not a review of the game. This is a video of the variant. You've seen the variant, so I guess I have to say that's all she wrote.